Okay. I need a break after that last segment. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like
No,
mechanics like that.
Look, oh, that's my loading screen.
Eee.
Okay.
Ah. I didn't realize this was where we were.
And they pulled the camera way back.
Your friends want to play hide and seek. Think you can save them on your way here?
Go to the bedroom.
I can't let them see me. I guess I should keep heading this way?
That's really not okay. I'm not a fan.
Wherever could little Rose be?
Like, I know this part's a fairly simple, like,
Stealth thing.
stealth thing.
But the dolls with the fact that they're like floating dolls just does not,
Does not bode well for me.
like, I don't love it.
Not a fan. Why are you so slow on this pillar?
What did removing that do?
There's a little pathway I can take now, I think.
You're so stubborn. Well, there's still plenty of friends waiting. Did you hear that? Get her.
So many. If they see me, I'm toast. There's gotta be something I can do.
Did you hear that? Get her.
They're working to hide to make sure they can run past you without.
Just have to get past them.
What's your path in here?
Hide and
This whole segment. I don't know why. Like, why are dolls so creepy?
Oh.
You don't actually die?
But then do I stay?
Oh, do you eventually stabilize?
I think once I finish a certain segment, we stabilize.
Oh.
Like once I reach a checkpoint, I think.
I see.
You know what happens to little girls who can't play nice, don't you? They get punished.
We're gonna just
No
chill here
way.
for a second.
They're really playing this, like, Alice in Wonderland thing. Oh, I see. They took away all your items.
Yep.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Okay, so the sage thing was meant for me to just kill those two that are patrolling there. I think is the idea. Would have to be under the desk.
You know what happens to little girls who can't play
There's a
nice.
trailer somewhere around there, yeah.
I don't remember getting that far the first time around, but
No way.
I showed Louise the second with them, like, you know, the stop and go traffic thing, and she was like, nope. No, thank you.
You.
Oh, God. Well, that's a
Oh.
noise.
You know what happens to little girls who can't play nice, don't you? They get punished.
No way.
Most of my deaths have been out of, like, impatientness, I guess is the word.
room is just over there.
Found you. Where have you hidden yourself?
Oh, thank Jesus. Oh, no.
No one likes Rose. Because she's a freak.
Hey!
She has those crazy powers. Just like her dad. That's why she doesn't have any friends.
Shut up!
You know it's true. What is wrong with her? She's afraid. Look at her.
No.
Afraid of what she might turn into.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I don't love this. I'm gonna get through it, obviously, but I don't love it. I'm not playing the game, so it's not as bad for me. But
You're not even playing the game, my man.
I'm not even playing, and it's just I don't know. I'm
gotta get out of
uncomfortable
here.
with this set piece. I am uncomfortable with this twisted Alice in Wonderland fever dream they put you in.
So you're the girl without any friends. We want to play with you.
Leave me alone!
You should be nice to your friends. Rose is so touchy.
That's not good.
Shut
Boy.
up!
Everyone hates Rose.
Just the banging on the door. I'm like, hey, if I don't do this fast enough, I'm gonna bust in and
Just
eat my
shut
face.
up! Michael! I can't take much more of this. Why are they talking about my dad? I never even met him. No, I don't know. I don't know the first thing about him. I wish I did.
And here's
All
where
I
we
know
explore
is
the daddy
he
issues.
died protecting me. Sometimes I try to imagine what my life would have been like if he hadn't died. Would he have taught me to ride a
I mean,
bike?
you wouldn't
Helped
have
me
been
with my homework?
you, but
Read me a story every night?
You'd
Would he have been there
kinda
for
be
me?
dead.
Proud of me?
you would either be dead or some
Sometimes
kind of weird monster
I feel
thing.
lost or afraid.
Like,
Well,
not just
as
like
far as I'm
the
concerned,
person
she's a
with
monster
powers
right now.
can't deal with it.
Said to me.
No, she thinks she is. But like,
But we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn to accept ourselves. Here's where we go.
Where are we?
Yeah, this is the house before, Chris and his
Feels
team fucking
familiar.
swatted the place.
Like, I've been here before.
feel the baby. Feel the baby.
Look at all the decorations. Some kind of party?
Diapers. To do, decorate living room, done. Get wine, put in dining room. Yep. Rose's other present in study. Hidden. How is that hidden now?
Gonna be under some kind of stupid.
I'm so lucky
Puzzle.
to have you both in my life.
What's that voice? Is that... Dad?
Okay, hold on. How is he holding her like this when, like,
This
she
must
was
be my parents'
literally
house from
an
when I was a
infant?
baby. I
Yeah,
bet
doesn't make sense.
other things also have my dad's memories.
She's so little.
Getting overly particular about how
Hard to
the
believe
children are
one
held.
day she'll be old enough
Your
to
head
share a
can't
bottle
support
of wine
itself
with her
yet.
old man.
So Dad
That's
was
what
a
I'm
wine
saying.
drinker.
No, it's actually a legitimate grievance. It's a little bit of it could be considered a little bit of a nitpick,
She
but it
just
it doesn't
cannot
work,
get enough
so.
of this stuff.
I bet Dad would
Ethan.
feed me as soon as I started crying.
Ethan.
Ethan, you schmuck. Why is this card here?
It's you have 2 wine carts. They have so much wine just hanging out on random carts as if it's ready to be used, not just in a cellar for someday
Look at this
consumption.
fucking pantry.
It's a nice pantry.
Rose is such a picky eater. All she ever wants is fruit puree.
I guess I've always loved fruit.
Never heard this man speak this much,
No,
or at least
no.
not without it being like stupid quips.
Well, and it's still not great dialogue. It's
No, it's not. I'm okay with
Sorry.
it though.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
forget
but
to
like
look
Upstairs? I'll take a look.
What's this? Oh, I remember this.
This tune has always been special for our family.
I think I've heard this before. It's pretty.
Ethan, don't forget Rose's half birthday is on the 2nd. I'm gonna make an amazing cake, so you better eat it. In fact, I'm going to make a cake for every special occasion we have. I want you to take lots of pictures for our family album. Half
I
birthday.
haven't seen Mom
yeah,
in ages.
yep.
I'm not gonna go over there yet. I'm gonna go to...
Wasn't this guy like a photojournalist or something?
He was like a reporter, journalist situation.
What? Excuse me. I know they're in like the Spanish countryside.
No, they're in like,
And
aren't they in like Transylvania or some like
Maybe that's where they're
Romania
at.
situation?
So like maybe this is possible. This is a fancy,
Ass home.
an extremely
This is-
fancy house
My bedroom?
for a journalist.
Well, I think after the incident in 7, they just like set him up, you know?
She's growing so fast.
Maybe that's what it is.
Getting bigger every day.
This crib is so
In
little.
Transylvania, of all places.
Yeah, because
She's already growing out of these onesies?
I can't believe I was ever this tiny.
Wait, she says she hasn't seen her mom in a long time. Are they like estranged?
I wonder if she'll look like me when she grows up.
Oh, I looked so happy.
It's like I look so happy. No, you just have a very vacant look on your face.
February 2nd is Rose's half birthday, half a year in the blink of an eye. I wanted to capture this moment, these feelings, so I wrote something special. I may have gotten a bit sappy though. I feel embarrassed if anyone stumbles across it, so it's safe in the sideboard for now. The key is behind my favorite photo. Oh. Well.
A letter for me?
Happy half birthday, Rose. My gift to you is a promise. I'll always be there for you. No matter
So it's indicating that
I'll be
she's
there
only
every
6
birthday
months
to watch
old.
you blow out the
And
candles on
somehow
your cake.
he's putting her
I'll be
on
there
the
to make you
shelf.
breakfast and walk you to
I'm
school
sorry.
every day.
I'm back at
I'll
that.
be there when you have a bad dream and sing to you until you fall back asleep. I'll hug you tight when you're troubled or worried and tell you that everything's gonna be all right. You are my precious Rose. Never forget that, Dad.
No one loves you.
No! No!
You're safe here.
Fucking
I guess not.
Evelyn.
Is that the character?
Yeah, from 7.
Guess
Hmm.
what? That thing you're looking for isn't here.
So, you don't have the purifying crystal?
Of course not. For that, you'll have to go deeper. Much deeper. Poor Rose. She can't trust anyone.
Why are you doing this?
No one loves you. And when you're dead, no one will care! Enough games. Now you're drowned. I came first.
First?
Why does she only want you?
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
yes.
Is it your mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit of an extended cinematic.
Was I supposed to stay at the door where the little core was?
I don't
Enough
know.
games. Now you're drowned. I came first.
First?
Oh, yeah. All of it.
Why does she only want you?
What
So
are
was
you
she like a
talking
previous
about?
daughter or something?
Look at you!
Yeah.
You
So-
are beyond worthless! Seriously, what is your problem?
So Evelyn was like this bioweapon experiment that Mia was like told to effectively like, take care of, and she formed essentially she being Evelyn here, formed
Just so greedy. So many friends that it's never enough! Where do you think you're?
so Evelyn basically wanted Mia to be her mother.
Oh, look! Your families! Enough of this shit! Die! Die! Should have been a chance. They were supposed to die and join me here! Let's go! What? Stop it! How are you even here?
Michael! Good, you made it out.
Yeah, in that like caretaking role, Evan basically was like, Mia's my mom now.
Evelyn? That little girl?
Don't panic.
Will never, never! I have been such a good girl! You get what's coming to you.
Yeah.
They're like, here's first aid, jackass.
You will never leave! Never! I have been such a good girl!
Fuck.
God.
Died, we were supposed to be a family! This is completely obsessed with stupid old Rose! If you'd never been born, it would have been perfect! You'll die here! This is stupid!
At least it has like a pretty straightforward,
Go away!
straightforward pattern, at least for now.
I was special! You're worthless! You're worthless! Nothing! A freak! No friend! No escape! No! Stop!
Are we exercising?
I can't believe how useless I am. No wonder no one loves me.
This took a turn.
What now? This is all your fault! And I will never let you have what you want!
Rose, look out! Don't give up, Rose. Find that crystal.
Where's Ethan?
You're down another stratum, as they call it.
As they call it. As long as I can fight, that's really what it is. As long as they give me my guns back, that's really all I need. I can't. It's like the fact that I
Michael?
couldn't fight back most
Are
of
you
the
there?
time is what really stressed me out.
Rose, look out!
Apparently, it's like a thing to just not show Ethan's
He
face.
saved me.
But then there's a third person
We
mode
didn't make it.
released.
They've
which I
just
might-
decided to make it. They've just decided to
That
make it
voice.
something that isn't possible.
My dad's voice. Is Michael my dad?
Don't give up, Rose. Find that crystal.
What I want to know is what's up with this
Because of
K
him.
guy? No
I
introduction.
can keep going.
No leading up to him.
I have to find that crystal.
But we're supposed to accept ourselves.
I'm on my own, but I have to keep going. What's all this doing out here?
Ooh, did the castle get all destroyed? Oh, is this after the battle, the big battle, maybe?
Oh, you mean like at the end of the actual village campaign?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe there's like portions of the castle got destroyed or whatever.
They did bomb the shit out of the place, so maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. With a giant
Where
space
the hell
laser thing.
am I? What is this place?
It's like the Hammer of Dawn from Gears of War.
Jesus. Yeah. There's a thing there. Oh, it's
What?
Shadow of You. Shadows. I don't.
I don't like my odds thus far.
They're all just like in the castle.
I do like how like. There we go.
I'm even stronger than before.
Oh, did you just take them down with that? Or are they frozen?
Frozen. But I'm pretty certain I can. That was a lot less shots this time.
You might be having some effect on them.
I might be doing actual damage when I do that little light burst.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's less shots in general.
Yeah, they do seem less intense than the ones before. That's interesting.
But I saved you. Oh, so I'm going to where Chris went originally.
I need to find that crystal.
This is where he went to, like, blow up the Megamycete in the main game. See, is that a drop I can make?
Is this where those copies of me came from?
That's some imagery I was not prepared to see. The Megamycete absorbs the memories of all life within its reach, but there are laws which govern this world within it. It seems worthwhile to catalog them as they become apparent. The memories that comprise this realm do not strictly reflect reality. Only those who are attuned to the Megamycete in life retain control of their faculties here in this realm. This aligns with my understanding of the Megamycete as revealed to me in its visions before my death. I assume this is Mother Miranda writing it. Yes, my death. My physical body is gone, absorbed into the Megamycete, and yet I do not despair, for this fate has granted me fascinating insights. All those years I strived, have continued to strive, they are not for nothing. The memories, the consciousness, understanding, and knowledge I accumulated in life have transferred here to the Megamycete, where it serves as a source of power within this realm. If I can harness this power, I believe I can use it to affect the thoughts and memories of others. Of course, it's hardly a perfect arrangement, with so many minds and memories gathered here. Finding and retrieving a single person from amidst the rabble has proven an immense challenge. Her memories are here, yes, but dissolute. Perhaps what is needed is the right vessel into which to hold her. And of course, I know the perfect vessel, the only real candidate in all my years of searching, Rosemary Winters.
One's been here.
So it sounds like Mother Miranda's writing, which makes me suspicious of this cake.
You're at like the 2-hour 16 mark, aren't you?
Yes. Oh. I intended to duplicate Rosemary Winters with the hope that a perfect replica might serve as a suitable vessel. However, the results were less than ideal. It would seem that some sort of interference is preventing me from creating a suitable replica. Instead, I have succeeded in making what is essentially a living doll. It resembles the real thing, yes, but has no power. Such a pathetic husk could never prove suitable as a vessel. I will continue my efforts in hope of discerning the source of this interference. Several hypotheses have come to mind thus far. The fact that Rose herself is still alive, some other actor within this realm, a flaw in my methods of production. None of these seem especially likely to be the sole reason, nor are any of them easy problems to solve. Perhaps my best hope is to somehow bring Rose into this realm. Were she to offer herself as a vessel, it would be so simple. Additional observations, further experiments with these Rose copies, as I've taken to calling these husks, have yielded another interesting wrinkle to pursue. When subjected to situations evoking extreme terror, they actually begin to express some semblance of Rose's abilities. This warrants more research, and I think that my first creation, the Masked Duke, is just the one to perform this stress test.
They couldn't have been watching me the entire time, could they?
It would seem that at some point during my experience with consciousness, an intruder made herself at home in my realm. This intruder was none other than the failure, Evelyn, who has been running about enacting her own pitiful agenda, which has led to a slight disruption in my own plans. Had Evelyn not interfered, Rosemary Winters would have been on the verge of despair, dispossessed of her will to live and her Megamycete powers. Instead, a new passion burns within her. I shall have to extinguish it. So, Connor, why do you think they're giving me all this shit?
Boss fight.
Boss fight. Okay.
Or mini boss.
I presume it's Mother Miranda again. Right?
There's that feeling again. It's so strong. It must be the crystal.
That pull I've been feeling is close, but I just can't go any further. I thought I made it when I saw that blue light, but no, not quite. If only I'd been braver, faster, stronger. So close. I was so close.
Joel, I'm almost there. Michael.
Yep, I see that hoe.
It's through here.
Wow.
Black God, which lives in us and in which we live, create for us a new world as befits your will. Your dark consciousness holds for us a second grace, graciously offered and joyously accepted. You drink the blood of the lost lamb as it falls upon your darkened earth, not to destroy, but to preserve, and once again deliver unto life.
This is some twisted shit.
Oh, that's just a pillar. That was not Mother Miranda.
This one's the real deal. I can feel it.
Like it could be so simple.
It's working. Oh my God. Is this what normal feels like?
Rose, I've waited so long for you.
Who are you?
My name is Miranda.
What?
You had become so powerful. Far too powerful for me to subdue directly. So, I had to lure you into this realm so that you might willingly relinquish your powers.
No, but Kay said...
Did he? Or did I? That Kay was an illusion. Very convincing, wouldn't you say?
No way.
Now you can become the vessel for my Eva!
Rose, run!
Ethan, you pest!
Just his mouth.
Just his mouth.
Even he can manifest. He can't save you, Rose! No one can. Rose!
Rose, hurry!
You can't
Where's his
escape!
fucking face? Come on.
Not from me!
Dad, wait, hold up. Is it really you?
Yes, but right now you need to run! Run!
Instead of getting like staggered and the animation locked.
Rose!
Those are the noises I'm used to Ethan making.
Thanks. Why didn't you tell me who you really were? Why'd you let me call you Michael?
I didn't want to complicate things. I just needed you safe.
Still the same dumb decisions, Ethan. I love it.
And I'm sorry I left you alone. But I had to find a way out. And I did. It's just ahead.
Rose!
Get away from my daughter! Stay away from my family! Rose, come on!
You can't escape me, Rose. Ethan! Persistent as always!
Rose, now's your chance. Go live a normal life. Make friends. No one will ever call you a freak again.
But
Rose, just go!
I don't want to leave you!
I know. I love you. But I need to know that you're safe. So please, just...
Ethan, you insolent pest!
I got this. Get out of here.
This is where we learn acceptance, Connor.
Don't worry, Dad. I've got this.
You think your powers will allow you to stand against me in the heart of my domain? Foolish little girl.
How intent you were on my throwing them away? I think they just might.
You are but a vessel! And even if you were to survive, what would be the point? You can't save your father. You are of two different worlds.
I won't let you do this!
How do you possess such power?
So now you can do a crazy, like,
Dash.
sideways strafe.
How about this? It took so much to lure you, but you're incredible. Well,
You might change your mind when I put an end to your plans!
come! Be by my side! Now! Become
Weird button to do the dash.
What button is
You will fall! I cultivated this world within the Megamycete to resurrect us. It's awful. But no matter how many vessels I created, none had the power to regenerate her. That is why it must be you. You are the only one who can bring her back to me. Whatever it takes, whatever I must do, I will see this through.
Let's see who does this!
Impossible! Your time is at an end. Here I come. be wailing and gnashing. There's no shoes. What is this?
How many of those segments do you use? 3 times.
Do you still not?
Each
And
one
I'm
gets like
wondering-
3 or 4
There is no happy ending.
blasts to the face.
Says the Wicked Witch at the end of her reign.
Get another line.
Kill me. And you kill the only one who understands you. Possess such power. You just won't give up.
They're supposed to be going.
You really are strong. That stubborn light that shines inside you makes you the perfect vessel. Impossible. I shall finish this. There is no victory. My struggle comes to fruition.
Rose! Over here!
Dad!
Use this! Take her down!
The particle effects are so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I will.
Return and yield your strength to me! So much power! You truly would have been the perfect vessel for my Eva!
I'm not a goddamn vessel. Not some stupid copy.
Acceptance.
I'm me, Rose. And you're done.
Acceptance.
But, like, her entire megalomania is just to bring her daughter back to life.
Not the worst like motivation, but
Hey, sweetie.
I mean, yeah, but it's
Hey,
also like
son.
Oh my
all. It's what all like terrible sci-fi is written on. Covering his
You're
face.
so grown up now.
are we not gonna see his face still?
Even though I wasn't there with you.
No, we won't. We never will. It's part of their
He has,
shtick.
he has eyelashes.
It's just
to
like a
kill,
weird.
though. Look at that.
It's just
I'm
a
so
weird
sorry I couldn't
decision.
protect you.
All you've ever done is protect me.
Not this time. You lost your chance. I'm so sorry.
No. It was my choice. And I don't regret it one bit. If I had left you, then we never would have had this chance to talk.
Face to face,
Face to
Connor.
face.
Let's see the fucking face.
So it's okay.
So she's like a teenager. Where is her mother? Why is she out and about by herself?
Yeah, it's kind of a good question.
Okay.
It's all Mia's fault, is what I'm
I'm so
saying.
proud of you.
And the
I'm
idea
so
that
very proud of you.
Miranda was able to make a
I love you, Rose.
like illusion that could lead her to decide to go into the spore world. Kind of gives an idea of like just how powerful this stuff is or whatever.
I'm back.
She was sleeping the entire time, Connor. It was just a
Yep.
dream.
I'm back.
Or was it?
Dad.
Wait, who the fuck is Kay?
Some guy. Some kind of caretaker guy.
Do you think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Nobody
Oh.
can touch the moon. It's too far away.
Wait.
What if he has a rocket ship?
Okay.
So
then
the
he can touch
DLC
it,
takes
but it'd
place
be
after
very,
the end of the
very
game, but
cold.
before the, like, I guess post credits of the game.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon
Maybe?
feels like it.
Yeah, that seems to be the case here because this is the
This
post
is-
credit scene, isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is the post credit scene where she was like super aggressive to that one homie. Unless they're retconning that end scene.
Could be
Again, where's her
adjusting the way it comes across.
Because she like straight up threatens the homie.
Hey, Dad. Happy birthday. Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is. Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls. I love you.
Yeah, I found her. Where else? Today of all days. We have a situation. You're needed. Evelyn.
Don't you ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
We have a clear shot. Stand down. I can handle it. She's just a kid.
Way to keep it together.
The curiosity I have is are they gonna have like a trilogy to end this particular arc, or is this arc
You're a lot
over?
like him, you know?
I know.
So this really doesn't do much. And there's a little bit of closure, but. And there's just still that figure walking. Unless they're gonna expand past.
No, it seems to be what it's doing. And credits. How do you feel? Probably, possibly one of the shortest DLCs I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. I liked the two, like, the dollhouse segments was great. You know, that's great. I just feel like there's no forward momentum made. And I understand, like, it is a DLC. It's not like a full sequel or anything. But like, to me, at the very least, there's no like movement or like hinting towards what's happening next, because they decided to bookend it with that post-credit scene that we already saw. You know. So like,
Yeah.
I had a good time, and I enjoyed it. But then part of me wonders, like, you know, right now, Capcom's efforts are on 4, and I assume whatever eventually Resident Evil 9 becomes is a pre-production. Are they, like you said, are they gonna finish this with the trilogy with her now, or are they gonna move back to the main RE characters? Because there's the thread in the end of Village where they're like the BSAA sent.
Yeah.
They sent
in their agents to
agents
kind of
that, and then
clean
it
up.
turns out those agents were bioweapons. So before the time skip of Rose being an adult, Chris is like, we're gonna head to BSA and figure this shit out. So I'm like, there's 2 different plot threads, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
In terms of her powers, like, they're fine. The last couple, I mean, we're too late to be enjoyable.
Yeah, I can see that. That's one thing that does seem a little bit unfortunate that they decided to do it that way.
I'm gonna skip this and we'll see what happens. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna say it's a little disappointing in some regard, in terms of like the forward momentum of the story.
Yeah.
And
Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I just kind of wish like yeah, I just wish it was a bit more honest. Not to say it was dishonest, but I guess more obvious how much it was going to move the story forward, if at all.
Yeah. It kind of has a limited seems to have a limited impact on like the overarching
The overall story.
stories.
Dude, fucking this monstrosity.
Donna Beneviento and Angie.
Ugh. This thing?
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm surprised that it's on sale right now, but like I'm surprised it's $60 out of the box, because my understanding was it's not a full Borderlands game.
Oh no, I think it's its own full thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I for some reason thought it was a shorter experience. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But Foxhole Inferno.
That is Shadows of Rose. I think it's safe to say we will do RE4 series when that comes out. Not sure how we'll do that, because we're both very interested in that game. So we'll tackle that when we get there. But we're still mulling over
Yeah.
what our next series will be. I doubt we'll do Ragnarok because we're both gonna go through that at our own paces. Maybe we'll look for some more shorter experiences. I think that will be a nice little change of pace too.
Yeah, and we don't always need to do something that we play an entire game. We could always do like, here's this game. It is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
So.
Looking forward to it. Bye.
Peace.